We built $1 million service agency in 1 year. No ads, no sales team, just me, my co-founder, and a $97 tool. And in this video, I will show you exactly how we utilize HighLevel in order to build Parto Talent. I will show you all of the steps from landing page creation to form creation to calendar creation, automation, opportunities, billing, so you will be able to replicate that setup and build it for your business. Before we dive any deeper, just a screen share from my Stripe account. So here it is for the last 6 months. In the last 6 months, we made 875,000 gross volume. And if we take it to all time, and we started just a year ago, it's 1.7 million gross volume in Parto Talent. And here's the thing, all of that was generated directly through our HighLevel account. So all of the sales, all of the processes, all of the workflows with the clients, everything is built on the HighLevel. That's why I believe it's the strongest CRM tool you can have in 2025. And I will show you in this video how to use it. Just a quick context on Parto Talent. We launched in March 2024, and our core business is placing executive assistants with business owners. It's service that costs $2,000 to $3,000 a month because we had different pricing options. And as of right now, we have 80 plus entrepreneurs that actively work with our executive assistants. In the very beginning, I knew exactly what would be the setup for this business because I've done it multiples of times. Prior to Parto Talent, we had Solutions 8. This is a Google Ads agency. In Solutions 8, we also use HighLevel for lead gen businesses. We were building them landing pages, forms, automation, tracking, all of the other things. So I knew exactly that I will want to replicate the similar setup in Parto Talent, and the whole build-out process for Parto Talent took us maybe 2 weeks. Now, if you never use HighLevel, here is what it is. It allows you to replace all of these other tools like CRMs like HubSpot, ClickFunnels. It allows you to replace website builders, email marketing things, all of the booking and appointment things like Calendly and so on. All of that can be replicated directly within the HighLevel for a $97 per month price. And here is the thing is that I've done this multiples of times for a lot of different clients. In here, you can see the founders of HighLevel, Varun, Sean, and Robin. And just the other day, I had the pleasure of accepting an award from them on a HighLevel Summit of 2025 in Dallas, Texas. And I know exactly like what is the setup and how you need to build that in order for you to be able to grow your business. Not just use it for an agency side, but for a business yourself. Now, if we are talking about the business, we need to understand the usual flow, right? So usually you start with traffic, right? So for traffic, you will use something like your meta ads, or you can use what we've done is a personal brand. And then we also utilized referrals in order to be able to generate this initial traction. So if you're just have an aspiration of launching a business, the best thing you can start right now is personal brand. Because once you have the audience, once you have people who are following you, whenever you will come up with an offer, you will be able to present it to them. This is exactly what we've done with Parto Talent. So we were able to utilize existing audience of my business partner, Kasim, and to present this new updated offer to them, right? So whenever you have traffic, you need to send this traffic to somewhere. So this is landing page. And the landing page is the first thing that HighLevel can do for you, right? So I will mark them as green. So HighLevel can take care of our landing page. I will show you exactly how to build a quick landing page inside of the HighLevel and what we've done for Parto Talent. After that, on the landing page, you need to have intake form, or you need to have a scheduler. So somewhere where people will be able to book quick calls with you. You can use tools like Calendly, but Calendly, for example, doesn't allow you to redirect for free. So Calendly will charge you their subscription if you want to set up a thank you page, which is stupid, but they do that. And you can also use Google calendars in order to generate the schedule links, but they also are not versatile. So they also have limits with the redirects. They have other limitations with the forms and what fields you can have. HighLevel remove all of that. HighLevel is like limitless, if that makes sense, right? So once somebody submitted a form or scheduled with you, you then want them to appear in your pipeline. Pipeline is for you to track the deal flows and to know where all of your customers are. So for example, if I populate, like open up right now Parto Talent sub account in here, You can see we have a quick dashboard, and if I jump to the opportunities, this is like our list of leads. So they come from the like wait list, new leads, to schedule a call, to no-show, to follow-up, to quiz requested, and so on, and move through the pipeline, right? So this is exactly the automation you want. You want all of your leads to come here and then move further, right? So you can understand what is the next step for them in your business. So once they're in the pipeline, you want to have some nurture campaign. You want to have some reminders and automations, reminding them about a call and so on. Then you want to be able to send contract and send invoice. And then you want to be able to track all of that and get reports, so tracking. So this is the usual flow for the like service business, right? And then you have like other like project management tools, stuff like that. We are not touching on that right now. HighLevel can do all of that. There is no need to use any third-party services and so on. The two things where you will need another service is for sending the invoice and the subscriptions, you need Stripe. So you need to have a payment processor, right? If you don't have it, you need to register Stripe. And that's pretty much it. Everything else you will be able to use directly within the HighLevel. So let's start with that, right? So landing page. Here is our current landing page for Parto Talent. So in here, everything that you can see is built within the HighLevel. And just to prove that, here I jump into the sites. In sites, under the funnels, you can have a lot of different variations of your funnels, folders, things like that. So we have two sides of the business. We have executive assistants and we have the clients. So executive assistants go through the similar funnel where they need to apply, join our bootcamp, go through the training, things like that. And for the client phase, and this is our second folder, this is where we build our funnel in here, right? So on my left, you can see different pages of the funnel, because the funnel is like step-by-step website, basically. You have a landing page. After the landing page, you have the next page, like for them to book, or a thank you page. After that, you have like other pages and so on. So this is what you need to understand about the funnels, that it is a flow. User go from one state to another, right? We try to generate one action on every step in here. So here is the landing page of Parto Talent that is currently built directly on the HighLevel. So in here, as you can see, all of these items are editable. So I can edit the avatars, I can edit the text, I can customize this logo showcase. In here, as you can see, video is not loading because it's an embed video from Vistia, right? So I'm using Vistia in order to customize the look of the video. But like, you don't have to do that. You can use the built-in HighLevel video widget that would allow you to add your video directly in here. You just upload your video then, right? Now, next we can see on this page, we have our scheduler. And the scheduler is something that is built directly in the HighLevel. I will show you how to do it as well. Then we have like some blocks for the testimonials and other things. Now, if you are starting from scratch, you won't have all of that, right? You will have nothing in there. So how do we take like nothing to something within the HighLevel? Like, super easy. HighLevel has a lot of different templates and AI option right now. Let me show you both of them. So if you just got your brand new HighLevel account, the first thing I usually would do, I would go into the site and build a first landing page, because you need that in order to be able to add the forms, and then you need domain, then you need emails, and all of the other setup. So let's start with the simple setup for the funnels, right? So you will go in here, you will either create a folder if you want to keep everything nice, or you can just click new funnel if you're ready for going messy. Now, you have three options. From blank, this is if you know what you're doing. If you are comfortable with building everything yourself, you will choose that option. This is what we've done for Parto Talent. Because we have experience with design, because we have knowledge of how all this works, it's easier for us at this stage to just design custom, right? But HighLevel has two other options. You can use Funnel AI. This is brand new thing that they just launched in Dallas, which is amazing. And you can use from templates. I will show you both of them, right? So let me start with the Funnel AI. So with the Funnel AI, you click continue. And then in here, you can specify the name of your business, so Parto Talent. In here, I will just go with advertising agency for now. And as you can see in here, we have the following. So we have 5 free funnels within our plan, and then they're $1 per website, right? So you can start for free in here. So click next. Next, choose what you need. So generate more leads, friendly, and just click generate. So based on that alone, it will give you a first draft of the website. And here's the cool part, is that this draft will be fully editable. So it's not like you have on some other site builders where it generates you something and like you have no idea what to do with that after that. No, like it will be an element by element. You can click on that, customize that, edit that. So super easy to start, right? Now, the other option on how you can generate a website for yourself is to use a template. I find templates in HighLevel like super easy to use and nice looking, right? So if you jump into from templates, you click continue, and in here you will have all of the different templates that are ready to go. So just choose whichever one is like best suited for your niche. And here's what you need to understand is that whenever you choose a template, don't focus on like design like that much, because you will be able to customize it. Focus on the layout, on the amount of sections that are like ready, right? So in here, for example, that is like looks awesome. That looks really good. I would love to like go with that one. So choose template. And it will go ahead and add the template, add all of the styles of the other things. Meanwhile, let's jump back to the AI. So here's what AI came up with for us in like 30 seconds. So it's already like pretty easy to take from here to like a live website. You just need to update the imagery, update the copy, and so on. So it's probably already a good start, right? Let me show you how to customize the template if you go with this road, right? So here we are in the builder. On the top right, top left, we have all of these quick little icons to add new elements, to see the layers. So you can see layer by layer the layout of your page. Then switch between the pages quickly, add tracking codes if you have them. Then customize the CSS if you are developer. Customize the fonts. Then choose the background for the page, edit pop-ups if you want to create a pop-up, update the SEO, and things like that, right? So pretty straightforward in here. Now, as you can see, whenever I hover with the mouse, I can click on any of these elements. I can customize all of them, right? First thing first is that this website is not in my brand color, so I'd probably update that. I would also then start with updating all of the typography, so all of the text, and updating the imagery right in here. So let's go with step by step, right? So if you don't have a brand style, you need to develop it first. I already know how my landing page needs to look like, right? So I can jump to go.partotalent.com. And in here, I will use an extension called CSS Peeper. This extension can show me what is the typography that is being used, what is the color palette, and so on. So making it super easy for me to copy the website. So I can jump in for the color palette and choose the colors from the website. Here is the pro tip. You don't have to copy from your own website. If you found a website that you like a lot, that you like the colors of, you can get inspired on their stuff and use that in your website, right? So in here, I will use this like dark blue color. So I will copy that. I will go back to my builder real quick. And now in here, whenever we have this black color, so I can click on this like green element. Green elements in HighLevel Builder are the top level sections. After that, you have the blue elements, pink elements. So here, blue elements is your inner section. Then pink element in here, this is your columns. And after that, orange elements, these are your final elements, right? So in here, if I click on the section, I can then see on my right that the section has this dark background. And here I can see it's like 100% black, which I'm not sure is the best case for me. So what I can do instead, I can set up global custom colors in here that I will apply throughout all of the sections, right? So click manage here, custom colors, add new, and then populate my new color here, add, boom, create. Okay, done. And now I will be able to go through this section and apply this new color over here. So as I can see on the last section, we have a sort of a gradient in here, right? So as you can see, we have an image. So if I copy this link and then just paste it separately, I will see how it looks like. Like it's a big background image. I'm not sure we need that, to be honest. So there's a couple of things we can try to do. So first, I can just switch to color and choose gradient and customize my linear gradient right in here. So start color can be my my blue color, and end color can be end color can be that color, and start color can be my other blue color. And I will add this in here as well. So manage, add new, and then populate it in here, save. Then I can also drag this and adjust this so it will look similar to what we had before. So it has this like smooth transition, right? Next, we have this pink color everywhere, right? So I would love to customize that as well. As you can see, it's a custom color, and the cool thing with custom colors is that we can edit them. So this is pencil icon right over here. So what I can do, I can go back, I can find my green color, copy that, go back. And in here, instead of going and replacing each purple color or each pink color, I can click here, pencil, and populate my green and save it. And it will save across all of them. So all of the elements that use this pink color, as you can see, got replaced to my green. So let's continue with the hero section, right? So on the hero section, we also have some gradient going on. So let me preview that. Let me check how it looks. So this is like that element. I don't want to rebuild it in Photoshop, so I will just replace it also with color, gradient, and also we'll use some of our colors in here. Maybe again, same kind of setup in here. Perfect. Now, logo. Logo is pretty simple. We already got a logo. So I will just go ahead and download the logo. So here is the other thing with the CSS Paper. It allows you to download assets. So if I click assets, I can just go through these assets and download them. So my avatars, any icons, any photos, right? So I can like download that, download this, and so on, allowing me to move much faster. Let me go here. So logo, click on here. And now for the headline and everything. So this is where you can use AI, you can use your creativity and write some titles. Focus on working on your business, not in your business. Delegate the rest to the best. Something like that perhaps. Now, we need to customize the text. So I will click typography. And for the headline font, I will use not the Montserrat, but Changa. And now for the fonts on my right, let me check. So it uses custom font. Instead of custom, I want to use headline font. So it will use our Changa font. Okay. Now, I don't like the spacing between in here, so I will change the line height to just 1, and I will make it bigger. Now, we need to customize the button in here. So the button should say, and then white on this green doesn't look good. So I will scroll down, and where it says color, I will change this to just black. And then icon, I would probably use some other icon, maybe some phone icon or something like that. So in here, I will search for phone. Okay, let me get this back 1 second. So let me change that to phone. Boom. And for the text, let me just copy that from the dashboard. Now, generative business intelligence for your team. No. So we need to customize this text. As you can see, this text kind of overlays my title. So I can either like drag title a bit down and then click on that. Okay, done. Generative business intelligence. So I will write something like trusted by 100+ entrepreneurs. Okay. Drag that up, boom. And then in here, I can customize this text as well. I will just copy that from. Rather than me just pasting it in here, I will create a new like window in here, paste this text here and copy it to strip off all of the CSS. So it will be like pasted nicely. Okay, we've got our hero section. The only thing we don't have is nice lady. So we'll like I will have to do, I guess. So I will copy the image. I will check what image they're using. So as you can see, they kind of like customize this like image, so making like it's clickable. So I want to replicate similar style in Photopea. As you can see, we need some sort of VSL, so video sales letter, so video that will present the offer. So I will check just some Loom video that I got that will be pretty like straightforward in there. Let me just use Let me just use one of these perhaps. What I can do is make a screenshot of that thing, like directly in here. Yeah, let's do that. I will just make a screenshot of that. I will then go back to PhotoPM. I will paste it in here. And then I will remove this this background layer in here. Maybe we will do like a corner radius like 20 in here, and I will just create a rectangle on top of that in here. I will drag it below and I will click Alt or Options and on that, so it will kind of overlap that. And now I will generate that in here, export as, and I will use WebP. And width 1920 is fine. We don't need it that big. Okay, I kind of don't like that it overlaps my face, but I'm not as nice anyways. So okay, now I will just choose this image in here, double click, and it will replace it in here. Right now, there should be some action on the image. So image action, it should open a pop-up, and whenever it opens pop-up, I will go on top to pop-up settings. I will create a new pop-up and just add my video right in here. So here and then video, or actually not video, because it's a Loom video, I will just use code. So I will go back here, choose, here's 3 dots, no, sorry, share, embed, copy embed code, that's it. And we will go back right here, add element, and then here we will add HTML, or code, yeah, code it is, boom. Click open code editor and paste it in here. And it will embed my video in here, right? Now, I need to choose that it will open, so on the click on here, it will open a pop-up, and I need to name my pop-up so I know which one it opens. So this is that one, right? Yeah. It will be video pop-up. So that's our preliminary stage to build a quick landing page with this quick action. So if I now click like this preview button in here, this is how the website looks like. And now if I click this, so now as you can see, it opens a video and so on, and I can make the pop-up larger and so on. So yeah, let's continue a little bit through the page, and then I will show you the next step, which is connecting the scheduler form. Okay, so as you continue going through your landing page, you just go ahead and optimize all of the text in here. So for example, are you tired of running into this problem? So it basically features 4 different problems, which I can just like mimic. So I can go to like ChatGPT, I can go to Claude, go through my business, present like the offer, and then configure these problems. We already went through all of this exercise on like our main website, right? So in here we have like the real reason you're stuck. So these are the like 4 problems that we kind of present. So I can just copy those ahead. If you don't know how to generate your offer, how to figure all of these things out, I will have a separate video on that where we will dive deeper into understanding your problems and understanding how to present this offer to your audience, right? So you just go ahead and replace this. If you have a section that you don't need, so for example, let's say like this section below here, let's say I don't need, I can just go ahead and click this green bin icon and just delete this. Or if you need to reshuffle them a bit, so let's say this section in here, I don't want it to be here, I want it to be below, I can just click this arrow and it will just drop it down here, right? Same thing with that section. It's like way too big in my opinion, so I can just actually here delete here. We can keep that in here. I can go and implement our dark blue, and then same for the buttons and everything else. We'll just go ahead and update the colors. So this is how you update this, right? If you have an image that you need to update, you just click on image and click here and choose one of your images, like here, for example, right? And go through that and update it this way, right? So that's how you prepare your landing page. Then in the end, you click done, and then you just need to connect your domain, right? So once your landing page is done, you go to the settings, you go to domains, which is domains and URL redirects over here. And in here, you can connect your domain. So you just click connect domain, choose what you would like to connect. So final website, connect, and then populate your domain here. Let's say landing.cascade.app. And then in here, if your domain is on GoDaddy or Cloudflare, you can do it automatically. Just click continue, it will connect it for you. My domain is on Hostinger, so I will click add records manually. It will show me add this CNAME for landing and this value. So I will open my Hostinger, go to my account, go to domains, find my Cascade app domain, and then DNS and name service. And in here, I need to add a CNAME record for landing that will be pointing to my value over here, which I will just copy and paste. And once I do that, my domain is live and it will be like landing.cascade.app. Right, this is the exact process how to take your website live. So it will not be just a website hosted by HighLevel, but it will be a live website that you're ready to utilize. Now, the next stage for us would be to have a form and some sort of a scheduler. So there's a couple of different ways you can build that. So way number one is to have a landing page where then they need to submit a step one form. So I will call it literally step one form. And then once they submit step one form, that will act as a qualifier. Only then you can show them scheduler. And then after the scheduler, they will see a thank you page. So that's the way number one, how you can do something like that. The way number two is that you can have your scheduler right on the landing page. This is what I'm using right now for the Parto, which works pretty well because our leads are pretty high quality. But if your leads are bad quality, so if you're running traffic only from meta ads directly to your landing page, you probably want this first setup, right? So I will cover both of them. I will show you how to create a form and how to create a scheduler right now in here. Once you have your landing page, to make it live, to make it like real thing, you need to have some sort of a form. So I can jump to form builders in here. So it lives under the sites, forms, and builder. And in here I can create a new form, right? And I will start from scratch as there is. This is like your form. This is what you can customize in here. The reason for you to have a form before somebody can book with you is so you can vet them. Is so you can see if they're a good lead or not, right? So you can ask them clarifying questions. So one of the most popular questions is like budget, like what is your budget for a newest hire, right? In our case, what we added is something like when you're looking to, when do you want to start? And then in here, this gives us the idea of how hot a lead is, because if they choose just exploring option or not sure yet, they're like not really serious right now. They're way too far in the pipeline, right? And then within the high level, you have something amazing called conditional logic. So I can then go ahead and choose to redirect to different pages based on what they choose. So I can say that if when do you want to start is equal not sure yet, then and I can redirect them to a particular like page in here. And this page is like I can create it in my funnel, which will be thank you page like good lead, thank you page bad lead. And I can redirect them to the thank you page bad lead where I won't show them the scheduler, but I will show them our YouTube channel or offer them our book or something like that, right? That's an amazing thing for your qualification. Next, in here, as you can see, it has all of these things that people need to technically agree on. You can delete this, but I recommend to have this. And then privacy policy terms conditions, I will delete this. Now for the button, I want the button to use my colors, right? So I can go to colors background and I can customize that by going again to Parto, extension, CSS Peeper, and getting my color real quick. Boom, boom. And now jump back in here, populate that with this updated color. And then color of the text will be black. And then here it will be saying something like get started. And then we have like first name, last name, which actually we can merge in one field, not to have two fields, but just one full name. Phone number, good, email, and when do you want to start? And when do you want to start? Let's say I want to make it required, so people won't be able to skip that. And now we have our form, so I will call it test form. Right. Now, for you to add this form to your landing page, HighLevel makes it super easy. So in HighLevel, I just go to sites, go to funnels, go to my funnel that we just created. I think it's this graphic designer. I forgot to rename this, so I will rename it real quick. I will jump in settings in here and call it test funnel. Save. Now let's go back. Let's click edit in new tab to open our funnel. And now I can add another pop-up that will appear when somebody is ready to move forward. So when somebody is ready to schedule strategy call, I can choose, okay, button action will be not next step, but open a pop-up, and it will open first pop-up for us. Let me go pop-up settings, first pop-up, and it will be not on the exit, no. It will be just normal one, and then add element, and I will add a form that we created. And HighLevel will just allow you to select your form that you just created, right? So I can open here, test form, boom, and it will populate my form right here. Usually we'll want to add some headline in here, so I will do that right now as well. And I can tell schedule your quick strategy call, and then I can describe, like they see that it's not a scheduler, right? So I can describe why, something like that, that they will know that it's like step one. Also, you can do like literally step one, boom, just so they know that it's step one, right? Then you can add some social proof in here as well, right? So this is exactly what I've done with Parto Talent in here. If you will take a closer look in the scheduler, everything here like has meaning, right? So I explain what it is, I explain what they get, I do some more social proof with showing testimonial, and then I reinforce saying that, hey, like it only takes like 15 seconds to choose a time, right? So you can do something similar whenever you present a pop-up. Let's go back. And so now we are pretty much done with adding the form. So next, let me show you how to add the scheduling calendar. Okay, so for us to add this next step of scheduling, what we will do first is to ensure that we have a page for that. So I will go here and verify that we have a book a call page, right? So let's just take a look on how it looks. Maybe we want to customize something here. This page over here that has a like step 2 like VSL, and then it offers you to pick a time and talk to us. This is similar flow to what we got in Parto Talent. So if you go to like go.partotalent here, once somebody submits that form, they're being redirected to a thank you page. I think it's just thank you. Yeah. So they are being redirected to this page where I have a step 2 VSL that then prompts them to finish their questionnaire so we can match them with an executive assistant. And then we have more resources, more social proof and things like that. So that's a usual flow how you usually do that. So usually in here you record a bigger VSL where you explain, basically fight all of the objections that people got, right? Where you explain to them what to expect on the call, what it is, what it's not, and so on, right? That will just help you to have more qualified prospects. So this is the similar flow that this template got, right? Where they have a step 2 VSL. We need to customize it a bit, right? We need to customize it with our colors. So I will do the same thing, edit in a new tab. So same stuff in here, right? I will remove the image and instead use just a gradient. And the reason why the template has like this gradient image is because previously HighLevel didn't have the gradients built in, but right now they do. So right now they fixed a lot of this stuff, and like overall the builder got so much better right now. Same stuff with the logo. So I will go ahead, choose my logo in here, and then in here say something like, great, let's get you scheduled for your free strategy call. Boom. And then in here, instead of us using custom font, we will use our headline font, which in here, I think I need to update. Yeah, I need to update it to Changa again. You can do global fonts right now in HighLevel, which is a big upgrade. You need to do it on like upper level. So I like will not do it right now. In here, if we have a video straight away, I can just embed a video, right? Or upload it in here. So I will just go back to Loom and get like one of my videos. And Loom is an amazing platform if you never used it before. It allows you to record these videos and place them super quickly on your pages because they're shareable with link. So super useful. So I'll click that, I will click embed, and there's a couple of things you can do with this. You can also copy the GIF thumbnail, which is pretty cool, and you choose like responsive size, stuff like that. So you can copy like GIF thumbnail and add this to your page as well, right? So in here, I will just jump in, click plus, add code again, drag it, code editor, boom, save, and remove the other one, right? And the button, we need to update button to our color or here. And then in here, we need to add the calendar, right? So save. Now, let's go ahead and do the calendar. So calendars are super easy inside of the HighLevel. All you need to do for the calendar, you need to go to the settings, you need to go to my profile, and then here you need to ensure that you set up your profile as a user. So you start with your profile, and main thing for you to do here is to go to calendar settings and connect your calendar. Once you connect your calendar in here, so you just click add new and choose like, hey, I would like to use Google Calendar and so on. Once you connect your calendar, you will be able to choose what is your main like calendar where you would like to book, and then what are your conflict calendar. So it will like show you something like this, right? So I want, for example, to book inside of the Parto Talent, but I also want to ensure that I have the same slot available under my architect's email, which is my like second company, allowing me to don't have like these double bookings. So we start with here, just connect your stuff in here. As for now, like nothing else you need to do. User availability we will leave alone because we'll set up in the calendars. Once you've done that, jump to the calendars on your left under the settings, and in here you will be able to see all of the calendars, and you just click new calendar, and you will have a couple of different options. So in majority of cases, you will just go with personal booking. But if you have more like a bigger sales team, you will use round robin, so it distributes them between them and so on. Class bookings is one host means multiple participants. So if you want to allow multiple people to schedule with you, which usually is not the case for the service business, then you can choose that. And last is collective booking, where multiple hosts meet one participant. So if you want to have a couple of people present on a call, you can choose that option, allowing you to for example, have a couple of team members that like one is expert in development, another expert is design. Let's say you sell websites or something. Then you can do that as well. Most cases are just personal bookings, so choose that. Then you select the team member, and this is why we had to set this up on this level. So it will know like what is my availability like, right? You choose that meeting duration for how long you would like to schedule. Then what is the availability and what are the days, right? So I want it to be able to book through Mondays through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m., which is fine. And then I will call it test one. And then you have advanced settings. And this is where like HighLevel just blows everyone away, because you can customize so much in here. You can choose the logo, you can customize the name of the calendar, you can add description of what you are going to meet about. You can also customize the meeting invite title. So for example, contact name is like dynamic tag, and Parto Talent, right? And then lastly, in the meeting location, this is where you can populate whatever you use to meet with them. I use Google Meet. In my case, HighLevel, what it does, it automatically generates a new meeting link every time, which is super cool. But you can also use Zoom, or you can use custom and just have the same link. Quick tip, if you use Google Meet, you can use the same link forever, basically. Because I think the link is getting expired if it was not opened within 365 days or something like that. So technically, if you meet with people on the same meeting link all the time, like it will be active forever, which is like super cool. Next, meeting color. This is where you can customize it. So I use my blue in here, right? Next, availability. You can do it like much more precisely in here. So you can choose like what are the days. Then look busy is just like, I see how some people would want to use that, but it's just like stupid in my opinion. You want to have as much availability as possible so people will be able to book with you. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Then a slot interval 30 minutes. I recommend to drop it down to 15 minutes. So what it means is that every 15 minutes, you will be able to book another 30-minute slot. So it just creates more slots available for person. Minimum schedule notice, I recommend to keep it like hours, like 3 hours, let's say, if we are talking about sales process, right? Date range, I recommend to keep it low, like 3 days, so people won't be able to like book way ahead, because it doesn't make sense. If somebody is ready to meet with you, you want them to meet with you now, because it means that they have the problem or thing that they're trying to solve right now. Maximum bookings per day, again, up to you. Usually it's open. Maximum bookings per slot 1, pre-buffer time and post-buffer time. How much time you want to have between the meetings? Usually you would just set up post-buffer to like 10 minutes. So you'll be able to go grab some water or something like that, right? Form and payments. This is something really cool. So remember the form that we built? What I can do in here, and this is what kind of I've done on our current page. So if I go back to go.Parto Talent. Whenever somebody books with me right now, it doesn't just ask them like the normal stuff, like name, email, phone. It also asks them what's the single biggest bottleneck and when you're looking to bring on an EA. So basically this form is custom, right? And this is something cool that you can do with HighLevel. You can make it like super custom form. So if I go back, for example, here, I can select like custom form, like first name, last name, email, but I can also select my test form in here and then choose what is the step 1, what is the step 2. Is the step 1 of them like choosing the time, or is step 1 for them submitting the form? Because if step 1 is submitting the form, it will collect the form results first, saving them in your CRM, allowing you to email them back, and then show them the days and time. So it acts basically like a two-step solution, right? I usually keep the date and time selector first because I want people to see that we are like readily available. Like, hey, you ready to meet? Okay, yeah, here's the slot, right? Next, if you charge, you can accept payments in here. So you connect your Stripe, which I have, and just choose that I would like to charge like $100 for a consultation, right? So if you're, again, lawyer or anyone else doing consultations, you can use HighLevel form for like collecting money for that, right? Notifications. Usually in here, I will just keep like the standard ones, like if somebody booked, if somebody canceled, and everything else I would customize in the workflow level, which I will show you. What is the rescheduling meeting, like how, like when they can reschedule with you? Can they reschedule 30 minutes before? You can customize all of that. And lastly is customizations, like how you would like your form to look like, right? Do you want to use a Neo or the classic one and so on? Lastly in here, you can add custom font, custom CSS. So you can customize the whole look of your schedule calendar. So for example, in Architects, I love how that turned out. So if I go to the schedule page, this is the HighLevel scheduler, and it looks beautiful. Like I love how it looks. It's blending in with the website, so it's not standing out. It's not this like ugly embedded form. You can make it look like whatever way you'd like, which is super cool. So once you're done, you just click save, and your calendar is ready to get added to your page, right? So then we go back. Go to our like book call. Let me edit this again. And in here, under pick a time to talk to us, you click here and just select your calendar. If you don't have this in your template, let me show you how to add something like this. You click add element, right? And then in here, just literally type like calendar, drag it in here and choose your calendar. Testing one, boom. So I will click that, and as you can see, it will like open up and it's ready to go, right? So I will save this and just show you how it looks. So now whenever somebody submits the step 1, they've been redirected here. They now see my second VSL, and when they go down, they can book a call. So like here, and now I can ask them all of the questions I need, right? So with my custom questions, and then schedule a meeting, and it will automatically book them. Next, what I usually would want to do is redirect them to a like following page, right? So what happened next? So I will choose here and click go to next step, right? So under the calendar, redirect action is go to next step and click save. And then you will customize the thank you page as well. And on thank you page, you will again reiterate what is happening on the call and so on. So that alone allows us to have the full intake. So we've done just that part, right? Allowing us to have a landing page where we present our offer, where we have a video of us explaining what it is. They submit the form, they schedule with us, we jump on a call. That is like 80% of your service business lead generation. You need to be able to present the offer. You need to be able to collect them in your CRM. Like traffic is separate. There is a lot of like ideas for that. Either you use cold email, maybe prospecting on LinkedIn, maybe you do offline calls, maybe you just again pick up the Google Maps, go for the businesses that are within your niche and just calling them and say, hey, like I'm doing that, do you want that? Or like a bit more elaborate than that. Or if you have money, just run Facebook ads, run Google ads, YouTube ads, whatever it is, right? So that's is completely separate. And this is how, again, all of the service businesses assemble this process. So my traffic is a bit different, my landing page is a bit different, my scheduler is a bit different. Now, like I have different business altogether, right? That's why you cannot like just copy and paste completely. That would differentiate your model versus somebody else. So next step in all of this process for us to have a pipeline, right? And that's what, again, HighLevel allows you to do as well. So if I jump back to like opportunities, this is your pipeline. Before doing any of the automation, you need to create a pipeline. So I will go opportunities, pipelines. So I can click create a pipeline. And pipeline is you defining what are the steps that somebody needs to take in your business in order to move forward, right? So I will call it again, test one. And then usually it's something like new lead, and then you would call them approved prospect if you verify them. After that, you call scheduled. After that, quote sent. After that, we can do invoice sent, and last is the active client. This is super custom. There is nothing I can like recommend you. This is completely up to you. Like, what is your step? What are your steps in the business? If you're a design agency doing this as an offer, your first step would be like new leads, then like sales call schedule, then like the quote presented or like design outline presented, then invoice sent, and so on, right? So it's like totally custom to you. Usually what I would recommend within the HighLevel is to focus this pipeline on the sales process. So not on your complete life cycle of the client, but focus on the sales. So once they paid, this is like done. This is last step. Then if you want, you can create another pipeline that will show your current clients, that will help you with the reporting. And also HighLevel wasn't intended as like project management software, if that makes sense. You can do project management, and I've seen people do it in here, but it wasn't intended. So if you're doing that, you might like struggle a bit. But right now I will just create that. So now we have the pipeline. How do I access the pipeline? If I go back to opportunities, I can switch between them in here. So clients, test on here. This is my brand new pipeline. Now, how do we ensure that the leads that book the call or submit the form actually appear here? That's why we need automation. So on your left, we click automation, and we jump to create a new workflow, or like folders. As you can see, I try to group everything in folders. So create new workflow, start from scratch. And now you just choose what you want to happen. HighLevel just added AI in here, which is insane. I haven't played with this yet, so I will show you all the way, but then I will record another video on how to use AI. So in my case, I want my trigger to be my form, right? So my first automation is my form submission. So I will choose form submitted. And then if you will just keep it like that, it will trigger on any form submitted. You want to filter this, so add a filter. And I want the form is, and this is my test form that I just built, right? That is my trigger. This is what will start this workflow. After that, once it starts, I want to create an opportunity. So I will go up to as opportunity, and I will create an opportunity in here. The pipeline where I will create opportunity is my test one, boom, done, duplicate opportunity enabled. Opportunity name, let's do it here. So opportunity name will be the client name. So I will go ahead, click that, contact, full name. And then you can also choose what would be the opportunity value, for example. So opportunity value, in my case, is like $3,000, right? And then you can customize all of that. And usually like opportunity status is open, save. So that is what will create our opportunity. Next, I want to add a tag. I want to know that this person submitted that. So I will like go ahead and populate a tag of client. As you can see, I have a lot of them, client AP. So AP stands for application, but like I will use it in here as well. And then I will customize it and say that it's a client AP in the action name. The reason for that is so I can see it on the top level. So once somebody submits the form, we create an opportunity, we tag them, then I want to send an email to myself. It lives under internal notification. I want to get an email from name, doesn't matter. I will type no reply, email doesn't matter, no reply at partotalent.com. To user type, I will choose a custom email and just type myself. Subject, new lead. And then under the message, you can populate their name. So contact name, just submitted the form. I will keep it simple, but basically customize it with all the information you want. And then I want to send email to them. That one matters what it's from, so I will call it Ivan Bunin, so it's from me, Ivan at partotalent.com. And the subject will be, we are excited to get you started. Or whatever you define in here, right? Then you write them an email. You will use AI for that, most likely. So go to ChatGPT, generate yourself a welcome email and so on. So custom values, contact, first name, and say like, hey, first name. We are really excited to see that you're interested in getting yourself some help. And then you go ahead and write them an email about like what's going to happen next, right? Once they submit the form. Now, in our case, I want them to submit the booking form. So what I can do, I can verify if they booked as well. So I can verify that they not only submitted the form, but also booked a call, right? And then send them an email. So in order to do that, you can add an if step. And I clicked in between the steps because I want to send an email only if they don't book. So you write if else, and then you go ahead and populate what would be the filter for this action. So if their tag, let me scroll down, tags doesn't include, and then schedule, client scheduled. So if tag doesn't include scheduled, then it sends them an email. But if I do it this way, it will verify. So if they submit the form and then it verifies that, it will send them this email immediately. So I need to give them some time to actually schedule. So I will add a wait step and wait for like 15 minutes. I think it's enough for somebody to be able to book a call, right? And I will specify it, wait for 15 minutes. So I know that I'm waiting for that much in here. And that's our flow, right? For the forms. You can do the same later on with the booking. And more emails, more SMS. So for example, I send them first thing, then I verify again. So I can literally copy here, copy all actions from here, and then I can paste it right there. Let me click that. I can do here and paste below, and it will basically cycle this filter again. It will check if they booked. I will need to add a wait step. In here, I will wait, let's say for 1 day. So if they don't schedule today, then I remind them about scheduling again. And if they don't do that, I can send them SMS. That's exactly the process that you would do, and then implement all of the different steps and stages for this follow-up to ensure that they actually schedule with you. You will do then the same with them with the scheduler, where you will want to remind them to jump on a call, right? So I will discard all of these changes. Let me show you a new workflow altogether. So in here, for example, let's say our trigger is schedule, appointment status is confirmed, and in calendar, and then choose my calendar, which is the test event. Boom. So once appointment is confirmed, then I can create a new workflow. So I can send them email number 1, test, where I will say, hey, thank you so much for for scheduling the call. I'm super excited to meet you. And then I can use something super cool, which is called wait, and then not time delay, but event appointment time. This is like amazing automation in here, because I can choose to wait up until like 3 hours before the call. So before appointment, 3 hours, and then send them an email. So copy action, paste, and this will be email 3 hours before the call, where I will tell them, hey, I'm super excited to meet with you in 3 hours. Please let me know if everything still works for you or if you'll need to reschedule. And I will input their name as well. And then you can do that like multiple of reminders, right? So we are doing up until like 3, I think, reminders right now. So copy all actions from here, boom, repeat that again. And now not the 3 hours, but 1 hour or 15 minutes. And then same in here, you will customize that. And you might also send them SMS, right? This is how you do this email nurture prior to them jumping on a call. So now that we got all of that, so we got the landing page, form, scheduler, pipeline, nurture campaign, reminders, then we need to be able to send the contract. And HighLevel allows you to replace DocuSign and place like that, right? So if I jump to the payments and contracts, I can basically generate a templated contract for myself in here, which I will be able to use. And this is exactly what we do here in Parto Talent. So we have a lot of different contracts, as you can see. We basically created a PDF that we uploaded in here in Parto, in HighLevel, right? So you create a PDF with like your agreement that you can see in here. And this PDF, again, we wrote it ourselves, then run through AI, expanded it, ran this through lawyers, and this is how we got the contract. Once you got the contract, in your PDF, in Google Doc, you leave the space for signatures and for custom fields, and then in HighLevel, you can just add element and drag and drop new fields that you want to add, and then specify that, okay, that should be placeholder like your mom's name, if you have a weird contract per house. And you populate it in here, right? And then they know, okay, I need to populate that in here, right? Sometimes what you can do is you can like pre-sign things. For example, let's say in here, if it's email address, if it's always email address, you can use custom values, contact, email. So it will automatically populate agreement for them. It will populate their name, their email, and so on. In our case, sometimes it's different emails, right? Sometimes people get confused. And then you have a ready-to-go agreement. Then if you want to send it to someone, you click use template. It will open up the template for you. And now under recipients on my left, I choose who I want to send it to, right? I just choose any client from the list in here. And then it goes ahead and generates me this contract for this person. And then I can just send it to them. So I click send and share via link, and I can send them a link. So generate link. And like usually I will open up it like myself first. Right now it's all automated. Right now a lot of that is being taken care of by my EA. But before that, I would like open up, populate it like my name, then signature. And for the signature, you click on that and you have multiples of options to choose. If you need somebody to sign like that, they can do that. If you need somebody just to type, they can use that as well. They can write like sign with blue, whatever it is. So then you will have like, and this is the experience for the client. They get this and they just sign it. So client has the same experience. The cool part about all of that is that all of that can be automated. You can automate a lot of things in here. So for example, coming back to our pipeline, our pipeline stages can be triggers. So if I drag somebody in my pipeline, so let's come back to the opportunities. So in here, if let me create a quick opportunity here. So I will just choose here, boom, create. Okay, done. So if I created an opportunity in here, if I drag this from like new lead to approved prospect, that action can be a trigger, right? And this is exactly what you can use to generate this contract. So for example, if I go back to the automation, create workflow, start from scratch, I can automate that step as well. So I can add that whenever stage of opportunity, so pipeline stage changed, and then choose that it went, so in pipeline and my test pipeline, and pipeline stage now is quote sent, save. I can then trigger the contract. So contract, send documents and contracts from user, like from myself, template. This is why you need all of this template. Send directly and email here. And it will basically generate an agreement, send them agreement. And if you add it yourself as a signee, you can also specify that in the template that I need to sign first and then the client signs. So if you go back to the like payments, documents, templates, boom, you can choose the order for the signatures, allowing you to first sign and then client signs, right? So in here, for example, override email configuration. Okay, so yeah, as I can see, it's all in the works in the actual contract, not in the template. That once you go to the recipients, you can set the sign-in order in here. So you can choose that and choose who signs first, who signs second, and then you choose yourself as sign-in first. So that's your way to fully generate like these contracts and be able to sign them. And the other cool thing about all of these contracts is that they are valid contracts. So if I click like 3 dots and click download PDF and then open up this PDF, it actually has the certificate of the signature, allowing it for you to be like a valid contract. So it has the IP address, it has all of this other stuff. So it's a like full replacement for DocuSign and all these other platforms, where it allows you to automate all of that part as well together with your funnel, right? And the last step in all of our process is sending the invoices and tracking, right? So as I mentioned, this is the only step where you need Stripe. So you need to have Stripe to process the payments. Otherwise, everyone would scam people. So that's why we need merchant processors. So once you have the Stripe, you go to the HighLevel, you go to payments, integrations, and in here you connect your Stripe. So in my case, I will manage that. As you can see, it's already connected in here, right? Once you have the Stripe connected, there is a lot of different possibilities for you to charge people. So one of the things that we are doing payment links. So if I go to sites, if I go to payment links, this is how we do that, is that I have bazillion of different payment links for all cases. We send something like this, right? So you have a form which you populate, and you are able to start your subscription, and we set it up that where we have a setup fee and then a monthly and so on. So you can generate something like that. And additionally, you can also send the invoices. So if you go to the payments invoices, you can just generate singular invoices and charge people for that. In order for you to be able to create subscription links, you need to create a products. So you go to the products. Under products, you can create your product and choose if it's recurring and what is the price and how often does it recur and all these other things, allowing you to streamline that process as well. As you can see, again, we got a lot of links in here. So you just click create product and give your product a name. Then choose if it's a part of some product collection, choose if you want to collect taxes on that. And then in here, this is where you can create that it's recurring and it's $3,000 per month. And it's with trial period of 14 days, number of payments you don't limit, setup fee in our case is 3,000. Allowing you to create these links. Then you can also choose how to send them. You can send them as payment links in here, or as what I did with building for landing pages. Here is the reason why, is that if you use payment links like that, you cannot really customize them. So you cannot choose the style, you cannot choose the action and so on. So this is how it would look like. It still works, it still will allow you to collect payments, but I'm not finding this as a best user experience, right? So in here you will have all of your subscriptions where you will be able to see your clients, and then in transactions you will be able to see all of your payments that were made, right? On top of everything from the Stripe. And this is the reason why we internally use HighLevel, because it's such a powerful tool. It allows us to customize everything. It allows us to do A/B tests. It allows us to explore much more features from the ones that I just showed you that we use on a daily basis, like our scheduler for the social media posts and things like that. So if you never tried HighLevel, I'm pasting a link below where you can get a 2 weeks trial with my link. And also, if you use my link and reach out to me, for the first 50 people, I will do a 15-minute call 101 where I will show you how to set this up and walk you through how you can use it for your business, so you'll be able to utilize it to the maximum degree. And also, once we hit the 50 members, we will launch a community. So all of us will be able to jump on a quick call once a month, once a week, where we will go through the problems, and we'll also add all of the other members to share their insights. So all of us will be able to utilize this amazing tool to grow our businesses together. So again, link to the HighLevel is in the description below. If you know that you need an executive assistant, if you just watched all of that and feel like it's too much for you to set up, then we got you as well. All of our executive assistants are trained on the HighLevel by me and by our other team members, and they will be able to build that stuff for you. Actually, this is a part of the final project that all of our assistants have to go through, exactly what I just showed you. They need to do exactly the same. So then I know that they're ready to work with our high-paced founders that need all of that to be done. And lastly, if you found this video useful, I highly recommend you to subscribe to this channel, as I will be posting more stuff like that. And I'm on a mission to help business owners and entrepreneurs to maximize the output out of all of the software and to automate as many things as possible. So the rest of that can be just delegated to someone else. So you can focus on the things that actually matter in your business. Thank you so much, and I'm seeing you in the next one. Bye.